anywhere.
That, but especially coming from a big, grown man who can condone
Thank you for the
that.
gifts, guys.
Hello, Dan, how are you? It is upsetting to watch, but ultimately, if someone's not prepared to help themselves, you know, Dan, like, well, how can anyone else help you? If I constantly go back to the same toxic friend, I'm hurting myself. If I kept going to the same toxic job environment that I quit, I'm hurting myself. If I kept going back to the same toxic nightclub where I said I don't want to drink, I'm hurting myself. We're all adults and we all have to accept the responsibility of things you can take and can't. And you can't expect everyone else to do that for you. Does that make sense? She's expecting everyone to do the work for her. So yes, it is sad, but there is people who are dealing with their own shit behind the scenes who aren't sitting on TikTok and going back to the same and still are in this mindset. I woke up today to news that our close friend is gone now from this earth. He wasn't on going back to the same toxic thing. He was trying to help himself. But she is just making a mockery of anyone who's got mental health. She's making an absolute mockery of it. I'm sorry. I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. People going through this stuff don't sit and read a script and beg for help live whilst receiving gifts. It's some absolute mockery. It is. And I know everyone on this app wants to be like, oh, she's crying, let's all just like, I'll say, I hope she's okay and Zach's the bad guy, but that just makes you like stupid. That makes you look at something and not think about the bigger picture. This is the biggest reverse psychology. She's seen how Zach's, there's a little storyline there. She knows her friends will back her up over Zach, and she's running with it. But that's not going to get you music sales.
Shame on you, Zach.
Yeah, like I've had my boyfriend threaten to dox. Corey's offering my address out to people. Make it make sense, but you don't see me fucking firing up videos and lives. I move on. Like, you know, I've got his address if you want it. Like, what the fuck?
Never seen you talk like this before. What do you mean? Can everyone tap the screen, please, guys? Let's get it to 50k taps. And do your heart, me's.
Make it make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. But that's all right. It's one rule for one and one for everyone else.
Thank you, Dan.
Creators were going in live saying about a vid. Yeah, I know, but it's all you had Mama Kaz, you had Pearl.
But Martina, that's fair enough. But what you're not thinking about is the other side. You're all sitting there saying, oh, Lucy's down. So what about Zach? She's just put this whole big accusation on one person. You're saying, oh, she's down and sad because you've seen a video. But what about the person who's just been accused and pretty much told that if they're not around, it's because of this person? What about his mental health? Why is it only the person on the screen?
Who else? Delulu Ange was sat on the fence because, do you know what? She's fair. Corey, who else? Just trying to rile up anything that they deemed as dirt on me, which there's none. There's none. You got one batshit crazy old lady who actually fucking took advantage of...
Fact, Frank, I haven't been on TikTok today. I'm trying to stay off TikTok when I'm not around. Sorry, I didn't see your message. I will check it after this.
my mental state, if you will. And that's it. Yeah, Angie is quite fair, to be honest. You know? And then to have people, oh, I think he's lying about getting sectioned and all the stuff like that. Listen to them. You can't sit there and be anti-bullying, if you will, and then go and do exactly the same thing, because you're clowns. You're absolute clowns. You know, I'm not responsible for her mental health. She's responsible for her own mental health. And if something's not doing you service or justice, come off. You know, I haven't spoke about her for fucking 2 weeks.
Exactly.
2 weeks. I've had 3 days off. I sniped to piss off Tenerife Tom and not her. And I even told no face, no case. I said, oh, tell her it's not because of her. I don't want her thinking I'm doing it out of spite. I literally said that in the fucking chat. and then she comes on, waffles a load of shit, and then says that I'm sniping to bait her, and I was saying...
But even if he was, it's his money, and again, if you can't take the fact that people are going to snipe you, you've pissed off, if that's going to put your mental health to the ground, well then you probably shouldn't be on TikTok. Even if he was doing it for that, which he wasn't, by the way, but even if he was, for me, if someone sniping you puts you to the floor, you probably shouldn't be using TikTok. It's a battle, for God's sake. It's a bit of fun. People are throwing money at you. There's nothing to cry about.
And derogatory stuff in the comments. If you're going to do a statement, be truthful. Like, if you're going to do a statement, at least be truthful and bring the facts.
Hello,
you
Neil.
know, I could show receipts upon receipts. Where's the...
Thank you for the follow, Lisa. I've just followed you back. Exactly, Dan. Nothing wrong with a cheeky snipe. Anyone who's following me, by the way, I'm following you in here now. Thank you. Nothing wrong with a cheeky snipe whatsoever. Absolutely not.
Proof that I mass report you? Where's the proof that I sit on fake accounts? I'm a busy boy. I've got a fucking amazing relationship, 2 incredible dogs, a podcast I'm trying to fucking record. You know? I'm busy. Like, she's not even in my peripheral. Like, she's not even a threat.
Well, can we also remember that there's no evidence on Zach whatsoever, but there's a bunch of evidence on Lucy and group on Discords and what's not. So when she's sitting crying, playing the victim, it's like, well, what are you going to say to those receipts that's been shown? What are you going to say to that? Drama. I'll be real with you. I mean, I'm sorry that if she's struggling with her mental health, but then you've got to do something about it to fix yourself. If I was in that state, not anyone else, I have to take responsibility to get my mental health back on track. Not random TikTok followers, not putting the blame on someone else so I can feel better. I have to take responsibility for the fact that I'm not okay. And if that means I have to come off TikTok to make myself feel better, that's what I would do. But I wouldn't continuously go back to the same thing if it was putting me in that level. I wouldn't.
So why am I going to fucking bother? What's that got to serve me? You know? But when I get Discord messages sent to me saying, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that, yeah, I'm going to fucking react. Stop using your gender and your mental health as a weapons. What fucking minions? I ain't got minions.
I think
I'm not responsible for how...
I think as well, the discussion isn't about whether she's suffering or not. The discussion is putting your suffering and blaming everything on one person. That's my issue. Picking up your trauma and dumping it onto one person because you've got a personal issue with them, not because it's valid.
Viewers or other
It's not about whether she's suffering or not. If you're suffering, I'm sorry for that. But if you're suffering, you deal with your suffering the correct way. You don't just dump it on someone else. Because then what about his mental health? What about the way he's feeling now? The fact that people are all talking about whether if something happens to this woman, it's Zach's fault. That's insane. That's crazy. So you can't just look at it you can't just look at a video and take it for face value. You've got to step back and think, there's a bigger picture here.
Creators see a person. I'm not the only one that spoke about her. Many other creators have. I'm not the only one. You know? But because I'm doing well and I'm doing every week, I do better and better and better. I get more and more and more support. And we have such a fucking laugh in my lives. They can't hack it. You know, it's projection. They project their behaviour onto me, so the way they act, they assume I'm the same, i.e. the fake accounts and stuff. I get it all the time, all the time. You know? I'm not responsible for what screen recorders post. I don't have this massive screen recorder group chat. Thank you guys. If the screen recorders want to post stuff about creators, they're going to do it. You know, but there's creators that are behind some of the screen recording accounts, not the ones that come in here. But they literally are the same fucking little clique. They're behind their own screen recorder accounts, you know, whether it's painting me in a bad light, Prince Brat, EQ. It's so obvious. Like, don't project your shitty behaviour onto...
It's so obvious. Luke has his own screen recording page. A lot of them do, and it's to run certain narratives, and it's the truth. He's talking facts here. But, like, Lucy is involved in that. So, for me, it's like the girl who cried wolf. You're accusing someone of doing something which your own group of friends are now doing to Zach. You got all these people firing up lives talking about what Zach's done to Lucy without understanding anything, without looking at the bigger picture. So everything that you're sitting on TikTok complaining about, your own group of friends are now doing to Zach. Like, how does that make sense? Like, make it make sense. Everything you're sitting crying about, your group of friends are doing to Zach based on your action. Your view has changed 180. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to slate Lucy back in those times, hence why I'm by myself now doing my own thing. We had to play Lucy songs, we had to big her up, and we had to receive trauma-dumping phone calls from her, hence why I'm by myself now. So if you don't want to take this opinion as my own opinion, you don't have to. But this is how it is.
I think it was...
Right, we're going to watch Zach's response now. Okay, we're going to watch Zach's response now. Can we all tap the screen too? 50k taps, everyone. If you haven't done your heart me, thank you so much. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mandy. If you haven't done your heart me, get those in, please, guys. And make sure, if you follow me, if you're new here, if you haven't followed me now, do it, and I'm going to follow you back instantly. Thank you for all the brats as well. We got that little brats up there, so yeah, get those in as well. Thank you, Lise. How are you? Hello, Borderline. Trouble. Danny, I just followed you. Thank you for the follow.
As long as people can see it for what it is. You
Hello,
know,
Derek.
I don't need to bring up every single trauma I've gone through. Do you know? Big up, Babby. Thank you. But I just put my little statement out there. Go watch it and repost it. But I'm not responsible for other people's mental health.
100%.
I'm not responsible for other people's opinions. How people,
Thank you, Drama,
how
Hayley,
individual
Jackie.
viewers and creators watch you and your behaviour and your attitude is not my influence. What screen recorders want to post is not my influence. You can't put the full blame onto me. You know, I'm just opinionated like everyone else on the app. Like every single person that is in the box debating Marcus M's or CLA, you know, I have opinions just like everyone else. It's freedom of speech. I'm not inciting hate. I'm not doing hate campaigns. I'm not telling screen recorders what to post and what not to post. I'm not telling creators what to speak about and what not to speak about if people take it upon themselves to speak about.
But why is it his fault? You know, just like Miss Red says on her show, I'm not held responsible just because I do an FYP show. And I agree with that. It's the same for him.
That's them. That's on them. That's not all on me. You know, you can't put it all on me. I am not behind this massive thing that people think it is. Like, oh, you know, you're getting a bit of proud press, girl. Take it on the chin. Take it on the chin. I've had it. You know, I don't have a snaky Discord. I don't have any of that. Exactly, Claire.
I want to get up Zach's response because I thought it was really good. And unlike Lucy's one, his was just said how it is. There was no scripting because there was nothing to be lied about, you know?
I've seen a video in regards to a creator
thank you for the follow. I just followed you back.
My opinions and how it's affected their mental health. I do care about people's mental health, but I'm also quick to call out when I smell bullshit as well. Now, I've been off the app for the last 3 days, so I don't know where all this has come from, apart from the fact that I was in a live And there's many inconsistencies with this statement. I gifted No Face, No Case because Tenerife Tom was in said person's live, and I literally put in the comments, tell them it's not because of them, it's because of Tenerife Tom. There was no derogatory comments. I'm not responsible for anyone's mental health. Other people are responsible for their own mental health. If something's not doing you service or good to your mental health, then come off and have a break. But at the same time, for me to be accused of having fake accounts, I'd like to see proof. For me being accused of sending people over to troll, I encourage my community not to troll other creators and encourage people to think for themselves. Also, I don't think it's fair with people who have gone through traumatic stuff and struggle with their mental health on a daily to bait a community with threats of unaliving through something that would be deemed as so petty, to then have about 20 other creators fire up lives, which I never do. I don't fire up lives, get people in the boxes to discuss and tear down people's character. I don't get people or rally around other creators. I'm not responsible for other creators and viewers having an opinion. Might not be the only person that dislikes a creator or how a creator acts.
Thank you,
That's
guys.
not down to me. I've been accused of paying screen recorders. I've been accused of working and manipulating behind the scenes.
Just because Zach treats these people with respect, like, and thank you, Dan and KJ. I know Zach gives like vouchers to the screen recorders and stuff. That's just thanking their hard work. That's something we should all do more, to be totally honest. But for me, it just looks like he's a target because he's doing so well. He's doing well. He's got his podcast coming out, and she wants to rain on his parade. This is what it looks like to me.
Which is nothing of the sort. Now, my personal opinion, I think people are just want someone to blame, and maybe because I'm the loudest, I'm the one to blame because I'm essentially doing well for myself. I'm launching my podcast on Wednesday. I've had a few days off, so that is the perfect opportunity to strike. So then to have...
Do you guys, honestly, in the chat think Zach's done anything that bad to her? Or has he just done what we all have done, which is had an opinion of her music? I see your pen boo.
Gang up on me. My mental health's cushy. I couldn't give a shit. But what I do find it is hypocritical because they said bullied turn into bullies, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Now, whilst I empathise with someone who openly admits that they're struggling, again, the human in me would be like, fairs, you know? So I haven't spoke about this person for the last couple of weeks. And there's a lot of inconsistencies in the story to say that something like this has been going on for a year and a half because, that would be manipulating your audience because that isn't the truth, is it? Last year, it was Talia Dean. This year, it's me. I'm not the first, and I'm not going to be the last person that's going to have issues with said person. And I'm sure there'll be someone else to come. And it's all a bit ironic that this is happening a couple of days before a musical campaign as well. Now, whilst I sympathise with how she's feeling, and I've made the decision to completely, absolutely not entertain any of her content or give an opinion on it because I don't want to be responsible for how someone feels. But also, I'm not responsible for how someone feels because, again, there's many other creators, like Evil Queen has said stuff, Prince Brat has said stuff, other creators have come to me and said stuff. Now, I'm not the person that's behind all of this. Sometimes people have to look at their own behaviour and their actions.
It's look at their behaviour and their actions, but also be aware that you are live streaming to a large amount of people, therefore everyone doesn't have to like you. And if I want to come on live today and say, I think Lucy's song's rubbish, I'm allowed to do that. You put a song out there, we're all entitled to give our opinion. And if you don't like it, don't release music. If you don't like that people snipe you in a battle, don't battle. But why has it got to be this big pity party? Why has it got to be a pity party of like, oh, poor me? Like, if you don't like the battles, don't battle. If you don't like people having an opinion on your music, don't release the music. If you don't like people calling your dressing gowns, don't release the music videos if it gets too much. But everything that you're upset about, now you're doing the same thing to Zach. Everyone's fired up lives, dissing Zach, calling him a bully, calling him this and that. And he hasn't even spoken about her. So how does that make her any better than him? I'm sorry, but I've got to be real about this. I'm not going to just sugarcoat and say, oh, someone's mental health is down the drain. You've got to step back and look at the bigger picture here of what's going on. The hypocrisy, the lies, the Discord chats. There's so much more to this than just an upset woman.
So I won't have the owners put on me, and I'm not going to have the owners put on me, and I won't have an audience gaslit, essentially. And when I talk about relationships I've had with people in
Just
the past,
Derek, we love you.
my truth of what people would put me through, for every action there is a reaction. Now, I'm not the type of person to let people walk all over me, and I'm not going to be the last, and I will continue not to, because what viewers don't see is a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Getting people's communities to mass report me. I get the blame for everything. Whether it's a hate comment or whatever like that. Why is that? Because I'm doing all right for myself. Now, whilst I sympathise with her and moving forward, completely, absolutely cut her out of the show. Shout out to anyone else that's suffering with mental health that can manage to put on a full face of makeup and a fresh set of nails. Yeah, it's interesting. And I feel like the certain level of emotional manipulation with threats to unalive yourself is not only triggering for myself and other people who watch and come to this app for a good time, but there's a certain level of emotional manipulation.
Yeah.
And that's something that I don't fuck with. And to put all of that onto one person when there's many other with the same opinion kind of...
I just as well feel like, because it's a woman, could you imagine if one of the guys came on and said, I'm going to basically unalive myself because of one of you having an opinion? Everyone would be calling him an attention seeker because it's a male. So just because she's a female, it doesn't automatically mean that she's distressed and down. If she is upset, I hope she's okay. If she is depressed, I hope she's okay, but she's not doing herself any help. So she can't have that much respect in herself in the first place. Again, if something was upsetting you that much, you do everything you can to get away from it. For me, this is a repeat, and you'll see her on live in 2 days, happy as ever, participating in campaigns. Then she won't get number one, and she'll be back to, oh, we're in this small community against all these big bullies. Like, it's just deja vu. It's just a repeat. It's the same shit. Thank you, Barbie and Karen, for the brats. Everyone help with those brats, please.
So I hope that clears everything up and people see things for what it is. I've seen.
I also feel like Zach's statement was so much more real. Barbie, thank you so much. I feel like Zach's statement was so much more real. He spoke from the heart. He just spoke from, like, it was all truth. He didn't have to plan anything. He didn't have to write anything down. It was just straight from the heart, you know, and you could tell that because the words were just flowing. There was no script written. There was nothing. It was just realness, and that should be credited and commended, you know. Thank you guys for the brats and the team bracelets. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, so apparently there's going to be some sort of exposure on Lucy. Where is it?
They start to tell you a fucking sob story, because I tell you sure as hell 3-4 days later there's a fucking campaign coming on. Oh, and guess what, there's a campaign coming on.
Hi, Sammy.
There's a campaign coming on. But don't sit there claiming mental health. Do you know what, I won't. Everybody's mental health is different, and I know that, right? I won't go from anyone's mental health, but don't sit there claiming that you're being bullied, etc., and then you're sending your people to go and bully someone else.
Facts.
Sarah, I've just had enough. I'm at breaking point. And then to come in to other people's lives when I'm in their box and troll me, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know if I'm in that box for a reason. That person could have had the worst day in the world.
So she's an ex-mod of Lucy, right? Is that correct?
And you don't know that because you don't know that person. And we're in that box, cheering that person up, having a laugh. But you've got to come in and do, snake, snake, snake. I'm not a snake, darling. Sometimes people just have had enough of your bullshit. And because you're not getting your own fucking way with me, you bite. You bite. You don't care about anyone but yourself. And the issue is, my phone calls are recorded.
Oh.
I'm going to send you a PM. Now you start.
Damn, guys, I've changed the Brat goal. I just put some confettis up there. It's an easier one for us all to get together. Thank you, though, Jess. Tab, thank you so much. Oh, the receipts are coming out. So when is this? Let's have a look. So there's going to be a live tonight at 7:30 p.m. about Lucy. I'm not sure if I think this is right or not to have the live tonight. I'm not sure. Dan, thank you. Let me know in the chat. Oh, thank you so much, Dan.
I might have done. You never know. I might be tired tonight.
Yeah, but you know what she's like.
You know what? Do something about it.
Morning. I might have done.
Thank you, Dan.
You never know. I might be tired tonight. Or I might be in a bit too much pain, so I might not even come live tonight. Blah, blah, blah. Pity party. Yeah, it's such a pity party, isn't it?
I feel like truth should always be put out, no matter what. And I think if someone is blatantly lying and, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not discarroting, but like doing a disservice to someone's character, aka Zach the Brat, well then it should be corrected in the moment. At first I was thinking like, oh, is it kind of bad timing? She's going for a bad time. But ultimately, if you're going to lie on someone, well then the truth should be called out instantly. We shouldn't have to wait for it. If you're going to lie about someone and you're not going to tell the full story of the things you've been doing behind the scenes, well then someone deserves to do that to you. Defamation of character, there we go. Thank you, Sarah. So actually, I agree with it. So there's going to be an exposure on... I don't know whose page it is. Oh, Mandy_mindset. So we'll have to see that. She's an ex-moderator, so she's had a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. Okay, we're going to move on now. Just leave the girl alone. I mean, honestly, she's put stuff on TikTok, so we have a right to comment on it. Would you not agree with that, chat? It's at 7:30 p.m. tonight. I mean, it's not like I'm going into someone's personal life or personal... She's put it on TikTok, so now we're allowed to all have an opinion on it. Right. Shall we see...
Could this...
EQ thinks Pell... Oh, we'll see Pell's response first. Where is she?
But we'll leave that at that door, eh? Like I say, if you've got the proof, if you know when you were admitted and the day you were discharged, I'm sure you'll still have them because, I mean, you chuck it up at every given chance now. But again, my word to you, bully comes to mind. Big bully. Because you'll never ever stand in front of a man. Never, ever. That's the end of that. But listen...
How can she be accusing someone of being a bully whilst demanding that someone shows proof that they were sectioned? That's none of her business. But how can you sit on the same live and scream bully while saying stuff like that? Can you see the hypocrisy here, or am I just seeing this myself? Thank you, Ellie. Thank you for all the heart me's, guys, as well.
Listen, I don't mean Lucy doesn't talk, but I am sending hugs out to Lucy because that's not nice for a man to make anybody feel like that, never mind a woman.
Why has it got to be about gender? What? So you're undermining men's mental health by saying basically if it's a woman crying, it's not nice to see, but if it's a man crying, it's fine. This is why there's so many men unaliving themselves, because their men's mental health aren't being taken as serious as the women's. There shouldn't be about gender, should it? Because what about Zach's mental health then? For me, it's insane that people want to use gender to, like, when it fits their, point a narrative. I don't agree with that. Man or woman down, bad mental health, it's just as bad. Seeing a man cry, you shouldn't laugh at a man. You should feel just as bad as if you see a woman cry. What's it got to do with gender?
So, shame on you. Shame on you, but I hope Lucy's okay. As I have another drink. Hey, my Millen, how are you? Yes, exactly. I don't know what's up with it, Shazzel, but I've just heard that she's in an awful state through Zach again. Sometimes, some people get to the breaking point, they can't stand it because I can just imagine it's online, it'll be offline, and it's dissonant. Listen, Lucy is...
So basically, Pal's just going off speculation, no facts. That's incredibly damaging towards Zach. You can't accuse him of doing something offline with no receipts whatsoever. Do you know what's funny? There's receipts of Lucy doing this offline in a Discord. But we ignore that because she's a woman and she's down and crying. Make it make sense.
Lucy, she does what she does, she sings. She's not asking for praise off Zach. Prince Brat also slating it. Well, there's no... Again, 2 peas in a pod. But he slates everybody. Then he can run and make out that he wasn't slating that person, that it was somebody else's fault. So listen, all worms will always stick together. Little slugs and little squishums, they'll always stay together. Do you know what I'm saying? It speaks volumes. Again,
basically, you have an opinion on someone that doesn't follow their narrative, and now you're a bully and a terrible person. Right, that makes sense. So basically, if I was sitting here now saying, oh, poor Lucy's mental health, she'd be bigging me up. But thank you, Felix, for the heart. I mean, just to clarify again, these people don't understand the difference between having a respectful opinion on someone and slating someone. If I don't buy the bullshit that Lucy's serving everyone, I'm not slating her. I just don't buy it and I don't believe it. And I believe that she's an adult and she's in control of her actions. Not Zach, not Pearl, not me, not Evil Queen, not the tramp down the road. You're in control of your actions and your mental health. And if you don't want to fix it and you want to keep returning to the app that is supposedly bringing you down so much, you're doing it to yourself.
little boy, a bully. What can I say? He is a coward. He definitely is a coward. Big style. And like I say, listen, he can't sit in that flat forever wherever he sits. He's going to have to come out of that flat one day and walk up and down, and you never know.
I was outside yesterday, actually.
Somebody will recognise him and say, hey, there's that horrible big bully. And one day he'll get bullied. And let's hope he's maybe walking on alive when some little random comes up and bullies him. Yes, that's it. That's exactly how...
Wow, so that's Pearl inciting hate and pretty much indirectly encouraging someone to physically attack someone. And it's the same... This is how funny this is. And in the same breath, calling out bullying. These people... These people... You sit and you start the video off with, I can't believe someone's been bullied. Their poor mental health. And then cut to 2 minutes in and you're telling someone to go punch someone. And people want to call these people credible sources or influence. Fucking hell. This is why I can't take these people serious or they can't affect me, because the lights aren't on at home, I'm telling you. The lights are not on. It's not even dim, it's completely off. Lights are on, no one's home.
What you're doing to a woman. What you're doing to a woman, you're so wrong. Anyways, poor Lucy. And me and her doesn't speak, and I'm not saying this to kiss anybody's ass because I stand on my own two legs.
No, you're getting involved because you have a personal vendetta against Zach. So as soon as you could jump on board with the hate train and be a pack of sheeps, you know, one starts a point and you all run with it, that's what you did. It has nothing to do with Lucy, you're correct. It's because it's about Zach. And if Lucy's problem was with anyone else, you wouldn't be talking about it right now. If Lucy's problem was with one of your friends, you wouldn't be talking about it. But because you have a personal vendetta against Zach, you decided to fire up, and I'm going to call it a hate live, which is what you're all complaining he supposedly does, and done the same thing to him.
Right, but to make somebody feel the way that you're making somebody feel, I hope that you really feel like you're a dead strong man about it. Wow, what you little weirdo. Honestly, little weirdo. And you'll be saying, there you go, have another little drink, me babby. I don't mind him taking the piss out of me.
Craig.
Honestly, he's nothing in my life, absolutely
Thank
nothing.
you so
In fact,
much.
I'd be embarrassed to say that he was my friend for the way that he's going on the app, and all these little people enable him by going around trolling. When people is on the bottom, they make sure they put them last little digs in.
Thank you, Tracy, for the heart me. Do your heart me's, everybody.
A small glass. I got this made for somebody off here. You can hold it with 2 hands. I got that made off somebody on here. But anyways, like I say, leave them to his own devices. Begging it up to time. Manipulating people. Sitting there saying, I don't ask nobody to gift, you don't have to. But look, come on, let's get on this popular. Really. Pearl, you do.
The hypocrisy of this woman starting a live with calling someone a bully and then literally for 4 minutes and 7 bullying them. Secondly, who gives a fuck if people want to get in the popular? I love it as well. Let's get the heart music and let's get in the popular. Get over it. It's an option there on TikTok and we're going to use it if we want to. What is it your business? It's not your live stream and it's not your platform. So if you're not happy with it, well, guess what? It's not impacting you because it's not on your live. Why do you all have to get involved in everybody else's freaking business? In that sense, like, we all get in each other's business, these FYP shows, all of this, but you've gone from Lucy being bullied to talking about whether people gift or not. Like, keep to your point and stay on that road. But when you're determined, it's because, you know, you haven't got a valid point in the first place. But yeah, I love the popular, I love the heart music, do get your heart music. And we got a confetti gifting goal if anyone wants to gift it. No one's forcing people to click the gift button. But like Pearl, if Pearl's that upset about gifts, well, maybe she should turn her own gifts off then. It's so hypocritical, it's ridiculous. It's unbelievable. Right, let's see what Evil Queen said about this. Oh, thank you, Mandy. Thank you so much. Mandy, make sure you comment so I can check if I'm following you or not. Oh, Mandy, I've just followed you. Oh, I'm already following you, actually.
Just as the bullying that Lucy was talking about, but towards Zach. Thank you, Serenity of Harmony, because what she described was people going live and singing from the same hymn
Thank you,
sheet and
Dan.
this, that and the other, but Pale's going live saying things to Zach, which she made happen by making that video, because now she's having an opinion on Zach. So it's all in the same thing. What she's accusing Zach of doing, she's doing herself.
Another drink.
100%.
Thank you, Lily.
Hey, my Millen, how are you? Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Dan.
I don't know what's up with it, Shazzel, but I've just heard that she's in an awful state through Zach again.
See what I mean? Through Zach again. Thank you so much, Serenity of Harmony. So because someone says something, it makes it true. So now Zach's being attacked from another creator because of what Lucy said.
Thank you, Kaz.
Sometimes, you know, some
So she's encouraging hate upon him.
people get to the breaking point, they can't stand it because I can just imagine it's
Barnsley.
online, it'll be offline, and it's dissonant. Listen, Lucy is...
Oh my god! Thank you so much, Psycho Warrior! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Cammy. Thank you, Charlie.
Lucy, she does what she does, she sings. She's not asking for praise off
Can
Zach.
everyone tap the screen, please, guys? We really want to get to 100k taps. Oh my god, thank you so much.
Prince
What an absolute liar. Pale just said that Lucy sings. I didn't think squawking was considered singing, to be honest, but...
Brat also slating it. Well, there's no... Again, 2 peas in a pod. But he's slating
Lara, I've just followed you. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much, Psycho Warrior.
everybody, then he can run and make out that he wasn't slating that person and it was somebody else's fault. So
Thank you,
listen,
Caroline.
all worms will always stick together.
Oh, my Discord notification. Yeah, it's Marcus M's again. She's blowing up my Discord. 1 second.
Little slugs and little squishums.
Guys, get
They'll
your
always
heartbeats
stay
in. Tap the
together.
screen.
You know what I'm saying? It speaks volumes. Again, a little
Squishums.
boy, a bully. What can I say?
Why is everyone a bully who has an opinion that's not Pearl's? Basically, if you don't agree with Pearl, you're a bully. Has she seen the amount of things she said on TikTok about certain people? It's unbelievable. You don't agree with a group and you're a bully. You don't want to stream someone's song and you're a bully. It's like... bullying is never going to be a serious thing anymore because everyone's a bully. Literally everyone's a bully.
He is a coward. He definitely
Thoughts on Pearl? Well, she's an elderly woman, love, so I'm not going to start, like, you know, being nasty about her. Thank you so much, Dan Harvard. The woman might take a heart attack. Thank you so much for the gold mine, Dan. Make sure to comment to opinion. You know,
Ben, I just followed you. Thank you for the follow.
At the end of the day, so I don't go around the street attacking pensioners, so I'm not going to do it on the internet. Thank you, Tom, for the subscription.
is a coward. Big style. And like I say, listen, he can't sit in that flat
Thank you,
forever.
Chris.
I just feel like Pearl got kicked out of the clique when she was racist. And now she's pretty much doing... she's obviously been brought back in because they think that people's forgotten about these things. So now they're all clicking back together. It's literally just the same shit. It's the same stuff. If this wasn't Lucy who's part of that group, she wouldn't be talking about this right now. It's just to get a few brownie points, literally. Thank you, Psycho Warrior and Racing Girl. Let's go, everyone. Thank you.
Wherever he
Oh my
sits,
god.
he's going to have to come out of that flat one day and walk up and down and...
But why does she assume that Zach doesn't leave his flat? He's got 2 dogs, he has an active social life, he comes on for a couple of hours in the morning, and then the day's free for himself, the evenings are free. Sometimes you'll see him coming on at the afternoon for a little hour chat, but all that time in between, it's like people who say to me, all you do is sit on your computer. Well, I don't, and I'm never in, and I've got an actual life, so...
You never know. You never ever know.
Thank you, Zia, for the
The
heartbeat.
odd day in, you know what I mean? But I still have to take the dog out at the end of the day, so...
Recognise him and say, hey, there's that horrible big bully. And one day he'll get bullied. And let's hope he's maybe walking on alive when some little random comes up and bullies him.
But how would you like something like that to happen to you, Pearl? Because you say a lot of outrageous things on the internet, so, you know, there could be someone unhinged watching you one time and...
If I'm not wrong as well, Pearl was on live a few days ago saying how she wants to get a full-time job and she's scared of walking home at night because of the burger van, people going to find her. So if she has that internal fear, anxiety, why is she now then wishing that on someone else when she knows how that feels?
And then you'll be saying something else if it happened to you, so... That's just like inciting violence upon Zach, really, you know what I mean? Trying to put ideas in people's minds and trying to make him fear for his own safety. But, you know, I think you're forgetting that Zach is like 6 foot odd, up in the sky, 6'5" or whatever he is. You know what I mean? He's not going to take any messing, so...
Yes, that's it. That's exactly how it would feel. What you're doing to a woman. What you're doing to a woman, you're so wrong.
Guys, tap the
Anyways,
screen, please.
What
Let's
you
get
doing
that
to a woman,
100k
you're so
taps.
wrong. But Zach's been attacked by Lucy. She put in a Discord to report Zach's live. You know what to do, this, that and the other. So she's
Can't believe I'm saying this, but EQ was so right.
been attacking Zach's platform.
Yes, poor Lucy. And me and her doesn't speak, and I'm not
Poor Zach.
saying this to kiss anybody's ass because I stand on my own 2 legs.
So if there was receipts of Zach sending people in Discords to report Lucy or to report Pearl, you can imagine how they wouldn't stop talking about it for days on end. But just because a woman is crying in her car now, you want to forget all the bad things she's done. That's just being closed-minded. Poor Lucy. Lucy has been sending the trolls to Zach. Lucy's been reporting Zach. Lucy's inciting hate on Zach. What do you mean, poor Lucy? Just because she's a woman. Take gender out the equation. It has nothing to do with it whatsoever. This woman is upset and salty because people won't stream her music and she's flopping. This is all this is. And she's about to see Zach put out a podcast that is going to blow up and be super successful, and she's jealous. This is all it has to do with. It's the only thing. Thank you, Dan. And hi, Margot. I miss you.
Right, but to make somebody feel the way that you're making somebody feel, I hope that you really feel like you're a dead strong man about it. Wow, what you little weirdo, honestly.
I think she forgets the things she does on this app every day.
Little weirdo. And you'll be saying, there you go, have another little drink, me baby.
Oh, she's drinking. It explains it all.
Yeah.
It explains it all. I was wondering why she was going on with herself with a load of claptrap. And she's got the drink in her hand, no wonder.
Taking the piss out of me.
Right,
So, yeah, I agree with Evil Queen on that. Right, we're going to have a little preview of Zach's podcast, actually. There's quite a few, so I'll just put one of them on. Who's excited for Zach's podcast?
Look around, everybody on mute.
Is Zach Brat, bitch? Right now, you don't realise it when you're younger, but I think you sort of put the pieces of the jigsaw together, don't you, when you're older, and you start to figure life out and you start to understand where your parents are coming from or what they've been through. So for me, I was pushed out from social circles.
I think his podcast is going to be really real, and I think it's going to be very, like, seeing a different side to him. I'm honestly genuinely excited. Right. Is everybody having a good time? Thank you so much for your heart me's. If I can kindly ask if you haven't done your heart me, if you would, that would really mean a lot. And thank you so much for 30 confettis. I'm really looking forward to Zach's podcast. What should we do now? Thank you so much, baby. I love you. Thank you, Michelle. And remember, if you're following me in this live, if you're new, just click follow, because I'm going to follow you back straight away. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Kaylee. Thank you, guys. Right, Diatta and Remy have an announcement. Remy's pregnant. Ew, that is disgusting. This man is like... How many kids has he got now? Natalie, I've just followed you back. Thank you. Zia, thank you for the bracelets. Love you so much.
Yeah, she's pregnant, guys. She's pregnant. We ain't wrong. You know what I mean? She told me. She told me that he told me.
I can't accept the answer.
Thank you, Michelle.
What's that? Did social services warn you? Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Thank you, Evil Bee.
What the hell? That's my stomach because I've just thrown up. Oh my god!
Wow, this is funny.
I know everyone wants to say that they want to do this for clout and people shouldn't feel sorry for Sophie, but do you not think that was so shady of Remy? Remy knowing this the whole time and pretended to be Sophie's friend to then do this big announcement. Like, there is some proper mean girl mentality of that girl. Proper mean girl mentality. And she is gonna find out the hard way when Diageo gets bored of her, leaves the kid alone with Remy, and Diageo will move on.
I know, literally, that's the thing. Thing is, though, she was asking me everything about social services because obviously I've got a baby. She's like, oh my god, what they do and everything else, and I goes, this is exactly what you're gonna have to go through right now, Remy. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Hang on, where's another person? How far along is she? Oh, about 3-4 weeks apparently. Well, she told me 3 weeks.
Do you guys respect Sophie Rose a bit more after yesterday? Let's do a little poll. We haven't done a poll today. Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. Do you guys respect Sophie Rose a bit more after yesterday? Can we do a quick poll? Let's do a quick poll. Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. Thank you, Margot, for the confetti, by the way. Do you guys respect Sophie Rose a bit more after yesterday? Happy face, yes. Sad face, no. Can everyone vote in here, please? I want all 491 of you voting. Oh, it's quite split, actually, for now. Oh. The question is, do you guys respect Sophie Rose a bit more after yesterday? A happy face, yes. Sad face, no. Everyone vote in that poll, guys. Everyone, we got 500 people in here. Make sure you're voting in the poll. How far are we off the popular, dare I ask? Can someone tell me in the chat, dare I ask? It's quite split. I feel like it's a hard one, isn't it? Because she knew what she was getting herself into from the beginning, just as Remy did. But I do think there's a sense of like, I feel like once she has got away from him, once she's got away from him, I feel like we've seen the real Sophie Rose. And I think it's really easy to get trapped into someone's spell or manipulated, you know? But I feel like we've seen a lot more of the real her. She's so natural now. She hasn't got all that makeup on and the red lipstick. Margot! Thank you. 854 off the popular. Come on, everyone, get your heartbeats in, your hands up. It's your team bracelets. Let's do it together. Sarah! Thank you so much. Do you get what I mean, guys? Like, I do think she was bad when she was with Deidre. I do think that. But I also think, like, I think we're seeing her more now, not the manipulated one. And I think her becoming a mother, she's really realised what her priorities are, which is her children and not TikTok and clout and gifts. I mean, I could be wrong here and I could be massively fooled, but I think I see a different side of Sophie, if I'm being honest. We're in the popular, are we? Thank you so much. Zia, Tab, Charmaine, looking about. Thank you, guys. But I just think Remy is just a mean girl. She knows exactly what she's doing, and to go to Sophie Rose and play her like that shows what she is. Remy thinks she's Regina George, but she's more like Regina from Wish or Temu or maybe the TikTok shop, you know.
Jodie.
Because no one cares about her. They've finally had this little publicity stunt where we're finally talking about them again, but let's be real, no one actually cares about any of them.
That Everest the bar with you, sunshine.
Okay, let me just get the appropriate song.
You're only gonna get
Thank you, Sarah, for the team bracelets. Thank you, Dee Dee.
Hang on a minute.
What's the song again, guys?
And that laugh is so fake. It's cringe. But do we think she's actually pregnant? That's the question. This could all just be a lie.
I can't tell you without permission of the lady. Like,
Go on, say it. I'm not lined up. There's just so many hate lives. I feel I may as well just come in and hate on him too.
so there has been rumours flying about on TikTok.
Bobby!
Caused by a certain crackpot / Johnny Boiler.
What did he call her? That's the mother of your kid, bro. Thank you so much, Barbie.
Caused by a certain crackpot / Johnny Boiler. That there may be 3 on this life.
What is them with their teeth whitening filters?
And this is definitely not
I need sunglasses.
the time or the depth into the stage of this that you would announce it. But the sad thing is, we didn't get a chance to wait to win.
I don't even want to give these idiots the clout. They're all money hoggers, scammers, and they're fools. I can't stand any of them. Right. Thank you so much for the heart me. Sorry if I've missed anyone. Thank you, Proud Scott. Thank you so much. And Myra, you just followed me. I just followed you back, so thank you. Sorry, did anyone watch Ems's cooking live yesterday? I think it was so nice to see that Ems just having a good time, enjoying herself and staying away from all the drama. I think people need to give her more praise and credit, you know. She's genuinely staying away from it all. She managed to ignore so many of those people dressing up as her, doing hate lives on her. She ignored it all. Thank you, Sheza. I just followed you back. And Queen back up, I followed you back. And I just thought it was so nice to see. And I feel like this Ash, I'm not sure if Ash is in the chat, is a really, really, really good person for her. Because I don't feel like Ash is using anyone for clout or wanting her to do any crazy thing. I feel like Ash wants to stay out of drama. And I think, like I was saying, Ems needed good company around her. And I think Ash is going to be really, really good company for her.
Can we have a look at your pasta now?
Yeah.
And by the way, Em's just got the cutest pajamas. Every time she's in her PJs.
At the back. Wait,
Michelle, thank you so much for the bracelets.
Look. I need to. Oh, that's hot. Wait, I can't have that.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I'm going to take mine out now as well.
Right.
And you know what the black will be?
What you say, Emma?
That just flew out. You know what the black will be from like the crisp, so
it's like the back. Aye, oh baby, yours looks epic. Look at mine.
Evans just feels so happy. It's nice to see. Would you agree, guys?
Can we see it like
What's
that?
that? Wait there. Wait till I grab. Wait there. 2 seconds.
Which is why when you see people like certain FYP hosts going so in on Ems. Barbie with the giraffe! Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you, Barbie. When you see certain FYP hosts going so in on Ems and she's literally clearly making an effort to just stay away from the drama, it's like, well, you can tell that it is personal beef, which means there is certain biased FYPs. And then you see certain other FYP hosts where there's clearly out of control drunk people causing the biggest triggering for everyone on the platform, and it's just sugar-coated by mental health. Like, give Ems a break. She's doing so well, and I'm so here for it. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Charles, as well.
Yeah, no, it looks fine. You know those black bits? It's just like the exposed, like, crisp. It's like, I think it's like the most crunchiest.
Guys, we're so close to 100k taps. Keep tapping, please. Also, I'm going to comment my backup account. Can someone pin it, just in case we ever lose this? I'll go straight live there. So if someone can pin that, that would be great. Thank you. Just follow that backup account.
Just like cool down.
You can just leave it a couple of minutes so like the top bit hardens a little bit.
Yeah, it was nice.
You serve it then.
It was nice to see a different side of Ems, and I feel like people are constantly bashing her, which just shows that it's such a personal vendetta rather than commenting on the FYP video itself. Because do you know what the sad reality is? None of this was shown. None of this nice lies were shown. And it's like, is that because it doesn't fit your narrative and you'd have to be nice about her? You know? What's up, TikTok legends? Like, if you're going to show her sad stuff on your FYP shows, you should also show when she's having a great live and also making an effort to stay away from all the drama, in my opinion.
I have got mods in, guys. I'm just not. I've not got.
Said maybe it's because your oven's not a fan oven.
Guys, I'm not used to having 700 people, and that's why I've only got so many mods. My mods can't keep up. I'm sorry, troops. I'll pay you overtime. Don't worry. I put it in wrong. There's only one way you can
Ash is lovely. Ash is a very good influence for her.
I put it in wrong.
I reckon what you possibly needed was in the jar.
I feel like it's working both ways as well. Like, I feel like it's working both ways because Ash is a really good influence for Ems, and also, let's be real about this. Ems is giving Ash a lot of exposure. I'm not saying that Ash is using her for that, but naturally being live with Ems, you're getting a lot of exposure from it. And whether Ash has just quit her job, I was a little bit worried for that. In my opinion, I would never quit my job so early on TikTok, personally. But she's done it now, and I hope it goes out well for her. But I feel like they're benefiting each other perfectly. I don't feel like Ash is using her for drama. I don't feel like Ash wants drama. And I feel like that's the type of friend Ems wants. Apart from me, who I'm obviously her favourite.
I reckon what you possibly needed was in the jar.
Aye. But that's my first time just doing this.
There is always a next time as well, so...
Aye, if you ever want to do a cooking live again, just hit me up. It's
100%, yeah.
Aye, it's actually been really fun, actually. I've been looking forward to it all week, so see when I was ill, like, the other day, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, it couldn't come at a worse time, ken what I mean? But what I done was I never went live at all yesterday. I stayed in my bed the whole day to recuperate for the day. Oh, bless you. I couldn't speak yesterday, and I was like, well, I need to speak.
I think the more you cook, the better you do get at it as well.
Yeah.
And if that's your first time doing a tuna pasta bake,
It is.
That is a really good attempt, you know, of what you've done as well.
Like, somebody said, well done, ladies. Well, I just copied them, so that's what I did today.
Thank you, Louise. Yeah, it was just nice to see Em's like in her element. I know she loves her cooking. Thank you, PV. And I know she's trying to stay away from all the drama and the toxic stuff. It was lovely. Honestly, I stayed up a lot of the night. I was very tired this morning, Ems, but it was worth the watch. It was really nice to see some sort of nice content on TikTok. Whoopsie, I just went off that. Okay. I'm not going to stay on for too much longer, guys. I don't know if you caught my announcement at the beginning, but at 7 p.m. UK time, I'm going to be hosting my first ever game show. This is going to be a test run, so I need my followers in there at 7 o'clock before I open it out to everyone. So if you guys can be in my live at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be hosting the Traitors. It doesn't cost a single penny whatsoever, and it's going to be good fun. Yeah, so please be here. Sammy, I'd love you to be there. 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock. I hope you're all going to be here, please. Let's see if I got anything else. I did have some stuff on Lunar Tuna, but I'm not going to go too long on FYP because I'm going to be back on tomorrow, so I'll save some stuff for tomorrow, guys, if you don't mind that, so that I can set up for this game show. But if you haven't done your heart meets, guys, please do. Thank you for 37 confettis. Lunar Tuna.
Then she was rude to all the staff on board. She was rude to the casino staff on board. She would shout at them. So yes, I then said to her and confronted her during this whole thing, saying, "You can't act like this. I don't think that this is a good friendship." So I spent 3 hours because she just...
Please help Dan out, guys. Thank you.
Wasn't listening. I spent 3 hours talking to her about everything, and my partner wasn't very happy because I was still talking to her and trying to sort the friendship out as you would as a friend. This is the one, by the way, where I was talking at her. Linda is obviously Luna.
Thank you, Lola.
So basically, after that, we got back. I then said to...
Well, it's a bit boring, I'm not going to lie to you.
What?
Perfect song for you, this. Dylan, do yourself a favour and stop raping your man. Get out.
Oh my god! What the hell? Did you guys hear that? Or no? Right, listen to this. Trigger warning, everybody.
Perfect song for you, this. Dylan, do yourself a favour and stop raping your man. Get out. Don't think for one single second you can come in my live and start spouting shit. Perfect song for you, this. Dylan, do yourself a favour and stop raping your man. Get out.
Who talks to someone like that or thinks that in their head? Even if it's a troll trolling you, who gets that in their head and thinks that? The more I'm watching Corey, the more I feel like he's trying to do like an EQ shock factor. But it's just messed up. Who thinks that in their head? The first insult you think is that? That's so messed up. I wouldn't even say that to my worst enemy. I don't understand where the outrage is with these people. And these are the same people who want to call certain people out. It baffles me. baffles me. And he owes charity money, doesn't he? Let's listen to this actually, because this is important.
I've decided not to. That's all. That's all it was. It's not about really the money as such. It's about
it's morals. It's just morals. Do you know what pisses me off, Miss J? Yeah, this is what pisses me off. That he's gone in there because there was numbers in the room acting the big balls, saying I'll donate 19 tickets. Them 19 people have been given the tickets. They're absolutely ecstatic with fucking these tickets. Yeah, saying we're going to the ball. We're going to the ball. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Let me see if I can get cheap accommodation. This accommodation has been booked 2-3 months ago. Yeah. Now they haven't got a ticket. 19 people haven't got a ticket, and they've still booked accommodation, paid money out their own pocket to book this accommodation. That is the moral of this.
So did Corey say he's going to pay for a charity, like a ball ticket? Did he say he's going to invoice it and then not pay it? Is that correct? I just want to make sure that I'm quoting correctly. Yeah, and people got their tickets. Wow. What, and people want to support Corey and defend him?
This fucking story.
Yeah, I understand that.
And the thing is, now he's saying, go and get a job, go and get a job. Bro, you don't have a fucking clue what I've done in my life, and you have never walked a day in my fucking boots, brother.
That's disgusting, and if you're going to donate to charity, you should do it because you want to donate from your money and out of your own heart, not because you can write it off a business. It kind of like goes against why you're donating in the first place.
12 years in the fucking army as an infantry soldier, serving 2 tours of Afghanistan.
Well, for fuck's sake, we don't want to know what school
and you come at fucking me, bro, with fucking go and get a job. You go and get morals, stop cloud chasing, and pay the fucking £900.
Boxer,
Ain't paying jack shit. Fuck you.
Wow.
Well, Corey, come on, man. Listen. In a way, Boxer's right, yeah, listen. This is what has happened. So Corey's got in there, said I would donate, right? Under the...
Whilst we're playing this, do you think Corey should have paid the money? Happy face yes, sad face no. We'll do a quick poll whilst we watch. Happy face yes, sad face no. Do you think Corey should have paid the money?
The understanding that he really was going to donate. Like Boxer says, it's not just about the tickets, it's about people have gone and booked hotels, they've got the hopes up, they're going, because I'll be honest with you, it is a big charity event every year, so people will be excited about going to this event because there's loads of big creators, little creators, there's loads of communities, everybody comes together for this event, so they have gone out the way and spent $1 on getting hotels, sorting lifts out and everything like that for the sake of approximately 900 quid. Is it really worth the hassle, man? It's 900 fucking quid.
So can the people still go, or
no? They're having the tickets to
sort it out so that they can. I think a lot of people have said they'll like donate a couple of tickets and stuff like that. So it probably will add up. It's like I said, it's just more the fact, like even now sitting here the way he is, he could just turn around and say, "Listen, I fucked up."
He has no remorse.
It was my fault. Listen,
right, guys in the chat that are saying they should have
said this prior though, so that's why I'm not discussing it again. Just for you
the guys that have said they shouldn't have given the tickets out. Let's be honest, right? There's a selective bunch of us on this app that everybody knows, and Corey is one of these people that he has become on the app quite fucking a big popular person because he's vocal and everything like that, yeah? So it's not like they're taking the word of someone that's written the chat and said, I'll donate 900. Yeah. They know Corey, they know Corey's friends with a lot of biggish creators on the app, right? So come on, you'd run with the word of someone that's got quite a big reputation and trust that person's going to stand on because of who he is on the app. Who he's friends with on the app. Do you understand? So you can't...
It looks like to me that Corey just saw an opportunity to get into a room full of people and try to look like the good guy and clout chase because ultimately that's what he does on here.
Say, oh, well, they shouldn't give the tickets out. Come on, for fuck's sake. I can phone many people up now and say, I'll buy that motor there, mate. Take it off your forecourt. And they'll say, no worries, Dave, it's down to you. They won't sell that car because it's me. And they'll expect me to go and buy that car. This is the same situation. It's not like someone in the chat.
But does he not feel bad that this is people who clearly can't afford this and was really excited for an event out? Like, if you promise someone something, why don't you just pay it like out the goodness of your heart? Drop the ego for a minute, drop the social media presence, and just out your heart. Like, are you happy to affect so many people because of your selfishness? And if you are, that really summarises what type of character you are, which is what a lot of people have been saying about him.
And then they've got to give the tickets out. Are you guys in the real planet or fucking not?
100%, Dave. 100%.
It's running on the name of the person that has said, "I'll jump on." Because if Corey said to me, "I don't."
Right. Well, I guess that just shows exactly what type of person Corey is. There's nothing else to really say about that. It's all about social media for him. It's all about the followers and the money. And unfortunately, it seems like it's got to his head, because when I first met Corey, he was actually a really nice guy on TikTok. Really nice guy. We had some great conversations on and off the app. And now it's gone to his head. People either sink or they swim on this app, and it seems like he's sinking. Right. I was sent this. Does anyone know Mandy Fisher? Does anyone know the singer Mandy Fisher? Thank you, little things. I appreciate it. Does anyone else didn't like me at all before, and now you kind of enjoy watching me, even if it's just like a little bit? Say yes in the chat. Thank you, little things. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. I think I follow you already. Yeah, I follow you. There's loads of them. Oh, what? So we're all friends now? Are we all friends? Is that what you're saying? I've got friends. Oh my God, there's a lot of you. Are we all friends? Just a little bit. I'll take that. Woo! We got some friends. Can everyone put hashtag friends in the chat if we're friends? I got friends!
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a...
Thank you, everybody. Sorry, I'm getting carried away now. Let me stop. I'm embarrassing myself. Oh, sorry, Bevy. Sorry. Love you all. Thank you. Guys, if you haven't done your heart me's, please do. Michelle, thank you so much for the confettis. You're legend. Can you please... Michelle, can you comment so that I can follow you? Is anyone coming at 7 o'clock for my new game show? I would give you a preview, but I don't think I can. Oh, shall I give you a preview? I don't know if I should. Nah, I don't... Oh. Shall I give you a preview? Yeah. Oh, shall I give you a preview? Cowboy, should I give them a preview?
Don't forget Mandy Fisher.
Yeah, I got it here, and you. No. Yeah, I'm talking about the traitors. Should I give a preview? Let's see how many heart me's we can get in team bracelets. We are actually number 71 in the populars. Big up, everyone. So if you have got any team bracelets or heart me's or confettis, thank you. Alright, I'll keep it a surprise. Just be here at 7 o'clock. Fine, I'll keep it a surprise. I wanted to play Mandy Fisher because I was sent her by my mum, who is a big fan of her, actually. Said I should play some more positive stuff on the live, and she sent me this. So we'll finish the show with this, if that's okay, everybody. If you can all spam the chat with blue and white hearts, that would be amazing. Thank you, Michelle, Sarah, and Kels.
I didn't know staying be our last, or that I'd have to say goodbye to you so fast.
Remember, if you follow me in this live, I'm following you back right now. So if you're new in here, give me a follow. Sorry for talking over you, Mandy.
Praying you just walk back through
tell me that I was only dreaming.
It's quite fitting actually, because me and Cowboy got really bad news last night that we actually lost a friend very, very close to us through what they think through suicide. His name was Rob, and he was an amazing man, and he was there for all of us on the app and off the app, and you would never think that there was something wrong with him. You just wouldn't. And I wish we knew. I really do. But we didn't. So it's best just to talk about the great things. He was so amazing to all of us, and you know, we had conversations on the phone for hours and hours and hours. He was there for a lot of us, and he went through his own stuff, and none of us even knew. You know, amazing man. Yeah, I think I haven't even processed it yet, to be truly honest. I'm in shock. Found out last night, went to sleep, woke up, and I thought I had a nightmare or a dream. He was amazing. He really, really was. I can't even explain to you. He was just incredible. So can we just, throughout this, just put some blue and white hearts with Rob in the chat, please, if you don't mind.
You're not really gone as long as I believe. There will be another angel around the throne tonight. Your love lives on inside of me, and I will hold on tight. It's not my place to question, only God knows why. I'm just jealous of the angels around the throne tonight.
I hope that song brings you some comfort and lots of love.
That was beautiful.
I didn't.
Woo! Right. Anyway. Box, please, sure. Hey. Hi.
I just wanted to come up here and say something and a little truth to everybody out there that is suffering with mental health. Y'all need to understand something, okay? Y'all need to listen to what I'm about to tell you. And even if you're not, I want y'all to hear what I'm about to tell you. Dealing with mental health is unknown. You understand that? If somebody tells you that they have mental health problems, what they really mean is they're having a bad day, because people with real mental health problems never speak on it, and because it's embarrassing for them, or they feel like they're not good enough. These people stay in the shadows on purpose, and this is the reason it's always the ones that you never expect, because when they actually do something. This is like what you were saying earlier with Lucy. If you're reading from a script and you're crying out for all this, that's not crying out for help. Crying out for help from someone with real mental health is under the radar. You don't see it. It is true, Sarah. It is true. I've lost 4 people. Now this makes the 5th one. And none of them said anything. At least not outright. They all spoke on it under the radar. They didn't reach out because it doesn't make them feel good to make other people feel like it's their problem. I don't care if y'all think that is not true. I've lost multiple people to suicide in my life, and all of them had the same MO, and I've never seen it coming. The people who do cry out and they say I'm having a mental health problem, it means they're having a bad day. And it usually means, and if somebody does seek actual help, it's not to an entire mass of people. It's not to an entire group on TikTok. It's to a professional. It's a one-on-one with somebody that they trust. Because they don't want to feel judged, and they don't want to make other people feel like it's their burden or their problem. The people who say, oh, I'm going to unalive myself, these are not the people to take seriously, because they never do it. It's always attention-seeking, but the ones that do it are the ones you never see coming. You never see it. I never did. And a couple of times I probably should have.
This one came as a shock to everybody. You know, it really did, because Rob was an amazing person. He really, really was. Okay, you know what, Sarah? I got a lot of respect for you, but this is the time right now where I'm not going to deal with that. We're trying to have a thing for Rob right here. You don't like that, it's fine. You just have to sit down with that. Because we're not going to let you in here saying that it's not true. It's not true. It is true. Check on your family and friends, y'all. Check on them for real. Don't say you care and don't actually care. Don't do that. Not bringing anybody down, but we just lost one of our good friends last night to this. And to hear other people disregard their existence or his life, it is the one with the biggest smiles. It is. I love you, babe. That's all I wanted to say.
I love you too. Alright guys, I'm gonna go now. We'll be back at 7 o'clock for, not FYP, for The Traitors, which is a game show that I'm going to be hosting. So I hope to see some of you there. I've got like a whole voice changer thing and it's going to be great. Hopefully some of you can come support it. It's just going to be a bit of fun on a Sunday, you know. Everyone can get in the box, it's free. Yeah. Thank you for 100k taps, that's amazing. I love you, Margot, thank you. Make sure you follow if you haven't followed already, guys. And then I'm going to be back at 7 o'clock. Alright. Can we all put some blue and white hearts to finish with? Love you, Sammy. Thank you, by the way, for Dan, Barbie, Sarah, Lyndall, Leanne, Kay, Charmaine, Cowboy, my love, Sean, Sammy, Evil Bean, and Kels. Thank you, all of you, for all your contributions to the live today. Thank you to anyone who just tapped the screen as well. Thank you for that. And FYP will be back tomorrow at 4 PM. But come to the game show if you can, please. Yes, everyone? Cool. Bye. Love you, Kay. Goodbye, everybody. See you in an hour. Oh, less than an hour now.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.